final score, Felinheli 0, Wrexham 10. Wrexham are through to the quarterfinals of the Bute Energy Cup, a similar setup to the Adran Trophy in that there's 7 top division teams and 1 second division team left in the competition now. And this was an interesting one. I mean, firstly, Felinheli. I mean, it was a pleasure to go there. As always, you get a great welcome at these proper village clubs. The village comes out to support them. It was touching as well to see the Aaron Davis stand open on the far side. Their inspirational men's team manager, who tragically died suddenly in May, they actually unveiled the stand the day before because the men's team played Connors Quay Nomads on that pitch. But it was lovely to see that. The pitch was gooey. I think that's the best way to put it. It was sticky, and don't blame Felinheli for that. They worked very hard on it, and considering the fact I had a game on it the day before as well, probably considering the terrific rain that we had all through Sunday, held up quite well, but it was a real mud patch by the end. It was a real mud patch at the start, if I'm honest, and I did have slight concerns because the rain was heavy for a good hour and a half before the match, whether the ref would allow it to go ahead. But he did. No one got injured, it would seem, and so Wrexham are safely through. We again lightly rotated our team, and Felinheli actually got off to a good start, winning a corner and hitting the bar from it. Ball swept in to the near post, and it was Greenhalgh stooping who flicked her up in the air with her head. It went over Del Morgan, landed on the top of the bar, and bizarrely, she must have put some spin on it with the back of her head. Rather than bounce on and behind, it bounced back down into the goalmouth. Idden launched it away off the line, and Elsie Williams got to it, drove it back in, and Phoebe Davis, who'd kept her position on the near post, was able to clear the ball to safety off the line. Came back in. Morgan took the ball comfortably, and the danger was over, and danger straight away came to the end. Morgan with a long kick. Both centre-backs, Jones and Henshaw, went for it. They both missed it, and Hughes was one-on-one with the keeper, Catherine Beach. And Beach makes a good save, but the pitch maybe does an even better job for Felinheli because Hughes all on her own through the middle. The ball's just not carrying for it, sticking in the mud. It's getting stuck between her feet. It sort of robs her of the chance to hit a shot early because she's still trying to drag the ball along with her, and that gives Beach the time to come out. Hughes decides best option, probably right, is to go around her, but the ball still won't move for her properly. She tries to strike it. Beach is just lying in front of her, hits her body, still spins towards goal. It's dropping just wide and is hacked behind for a corner. Wrexham get a grip now. I've got to say, in the centre of midfield, we really did a good job. You know, you look at it sometimes and think, is it worth just knocking it over the top and hoping it'll stick in the goo and we'll capitalise and just make their defence work as much as possible? Well, we did do that sometimes. Obviously, you want to try that in these conditions, but we did play some good football as well. We looked to get the ball out wide where the pitch was a bit more reliable. There was some good passing in midfield. I thought in the first half hour, really crucially for Wrexham, I thought Mary Gibbard was excellent. She was in Liv Fuller's role. Fuller would come on at half time, and she was winning ball after ball in midfield. She really controlled the middle of the pitch and was using the ball very carefully as well. Rarely lost the ball. Cairns as well was rolling her sleeves up, and she did a similar job. She carries the ball nicely, doesn't she, like a number 8. And so she was doing well, just bringing the ball forwards. And then Ava Suckley, who's the third player in midfield, but the most attack-minded one, was really a good link, getting the ball forwards. And as you'll see in a moment, was our main goal threat in the first half. After 5 minutes, Cairns has a goal from a free kick from 25 yards out, which goes over the bar. In the 17th minute, Wrexham take the lead. It's Pritchard who, as the half wore on, really got a grip of things on the right side. Drives the ball down the flank for Hughes, who makes a great run, great first touch, cuts inside, drills a powerful shot. It's a good save by Beach, but it drops kindly for Suckley, who's got good striker's instinct, of course, following up, and she knocks the ball easily home to give Wrexham the lead, and now chances start to stack up. 3 minutes later, Gibbard working it out to Pritchard. Pritchard feeding it into the box. The header away only drops out wide. Pritchard there again, drills it in, and Idden from 10 yards out is able to take a touch, but she can't keep it. Well, sorry, she hits it first time, but she can't quite keep it down, and it goes over the bar. So Pritchard's teeing a lot of good things up. Wrexham desperately close to getting a second when Hughes works at a nice ball inside to Iddenden. Again, she hits it with power from the edge of the box. A good save by the keeper, but it ricochets for Hughes with a tight angle, and she drills it into the goalmouth. Unbelievable. Suckley's inches from tapping it into the empty net, lunging at full stretch, can't quite make it. The ball then stops in the mud about 6 inches off going over the line, and is sitting stationary, spinning in the mud. And a defender manages to get there and hack it away as it sits there invitingly for someone to follow up. More pressure as the ball's picked up by Gibbard this time on the left. Oh, sorry, it's a corner on the left-hand side. She drills it into Suckley on the edge of the box. She dummies it for Lightfoot. Lightfoot scoops a good shot in. It's fairly straight, but Beach is unsighted. There's a lot of bodies trying to come out, and she does well to parry the ball away. It's Wrexham totally on top now, but Felinheli with enough going forwards. They've got a bit of pace up front with Davis, who's playing right through the middle, to just keep us on our toes, and you know we need that second goal. Another good save by Catherine Beach, who's really keeping the Felinheli in it as Suckley battles past a player in the box. You know, she likes taking players on, and it's in some ways this pitch suited her because she could sometimes just fight and get her way through, and she does on this occasion. Powerful shot, good parry again, but she does get her second goal in the 33rd minute, and it's a lovely, lovely move. Cairns with a good ball down the right to Hughes, who pops it back perfectly first time. Great weight on it to Pritchard. She punches a perfect through ball for Suckley, and she drills it. Well, she drills it down the middle because she probably sees that Beach unusually is really out of position. She's really tied to her left post, but I think she's just lost her bearings where the posts are, because Suckley's coming. The move is straight down the middle, and Suckley gleefully smashes it in to give herself a second goal. A minute later, she thinks she's got a hat-trick. Oh, man, it was cruel. Gibbard with the corner chips it in. Suckley meets it about 15 yards out with a powerful header. It's on target, and it goes through Catherine Beach, but Hughes is standing in front of her, is clearly interfering with play, and is clearly offside as well. Just looking back on the video to see if there's any hope. Well, not much hope. Don't think they're going to give a goal a day later, are they? There's also a slight suspicion, I hadn't noticed at the time, that it could have flicked off Iddenden, actually. But anyway, it's disallowed correctly, and that's that. We get to half-time. It's 2-0. Wrexham look comfortably in control, but, 2-0's never quite enough. At half-time, we make a substitution. Phoebe Davis comes off, and on comes Liv Fuller. And within 3 minutes, we've got a goal. Now, I reckon Fuller maintains her remarkable scoring run, and it's her 5th game in a row that she scored. It's a free kick. Cairns chips it in invitingly. Fuller at the near post gets a great flick on, beats the keeper. It's definitely going in. And Casey Sharp comes charging in with those goal-sniffing attributes and smashes it over the line. Looking back at it again, freeze-framing it, slow-motioning it, I think it's crossed the line. I think it's Fuller's goal. But I'm obviously scared to stick my neck on a block too much. Let's just say dubious goals panel, whatever the hell that means. We're 4-0 up. 2 minutes 28 seconds later. In the second half, goals come in remarkable clumps, and I'll bore you with some of those facts later. But yeah, 51st minute, and it's Iddenden driving past Jones down the right-hand side, again drilling the ball into the goalmouth with the keeper, makes a good parry, but on the edge of the box, Lightfoot squares it to Cairns, who drills the ball in. Terrific strike, that. And Wrexham have got a 4-0 lead. Credit to Felinheli. They keep going. Allsop with a good ball through the middle for Greenhalgh, and Del Morgan does tremendously well to save at her feet. Then on the hour, Wrexham have a similar opportunity. This is a really nice move again, a great long pass from the halfway line to Iddenden, back to goal on the edge of the box. She pops it back to Hughes. She drives it forwards, a nice up-back through move. Cairns is one-on-one. The ball again doesn't really carry very well, and a defender comes across to pressure her, and she hits it much too straight, and the keeper's able to make a save. Just after the hour mark, Lily Jones comes on to give Brooke Cairns a rest. And Felinheli again have a go-on goal. This time it's Williams hitting a shot from a free kick from a good 25 yards out. Goes over the wall, dips down, and Del Morgan has to get down low to her left and make a good save to make sure nothing goes wrong. But soon after that, and Lily Jones coming on, I think, is part of it, I feel this is the point where Felinheli snap. It's the problem for Wrexham with this pitch is that we're obviously not going to be able to move the ball around as slickly as we'd like. The good thing for Wrexham is it's exhausting playing on that pitch, and I think this is around the point where Felinheli, I don't sound nasty saying snap, I just mean they tire. They collectively tire and it breaks. The dam bursts and we really start piling up the chances. And like I said, this is when goals will come again in clumps. But we've run the legs off Adran Premier teams last season, haven't we? And in the last half hour made hay. So no huge surprise on a heavy pitch where the demands on your fitness are even greater that we do so quite spectacularly. We have a penalty shout which sort of starts off this sequence of events. Pritchard drilling the ball in. It's blocked in front of the keeper, comes back out. Suckley hits a volley which hits Henshaw and deflects wide. Huge shouts from the Wrexham players for handball. Kind of looked like one, I've got to be honest. Left arm seems to go out. It's hard to say for sure looking at the replay, to be fair, but yeah, kind of looks like it's a penalty. Not given. Wrexham keep going. I've got to say as well, in this period where the defence tires, Hughes is outstanding. I mean, really outstanding. Her footwork, her dribbling, her shooting, her passing. She really gets a grip on the game. Within a minute of the penalty shout, Hughes is driving down her left channel, feeding it inside for Idendon, who drives a shot in, which Beach fumbles but manages to grab hold of again. And then a couple of minutes later, it's Gibbard doing really well, getting there with two players on her, managing to wriggle between them. Referee plays advantage because she's kicked as well. She helps it on to Lily Jones, who first time helps it on to Idendon, who zigzags beautifully, goes one way, fools the defender, and pokes it back the other way to pick out Rosie Hughes on the edge of the box, and she goes on this lovely mazy run, just trying to get the ball onto her left foot and trying to get the angle for the shot. Eventually she feels she's got that angle, looks to curl it round the defender and inside the far post, and it goes just wide, unlucky. But the goals are coming. And the first one of this tranche, 3 come, rat-a-tat-tat, comes in the 69th minute. And sorry, Brooke Cairns, this is actually the goal of the game, even though Cairns' strike was terrific. Corner, Lily Jones rips it into the near post. Rosie Hughes is on the keeper. Marker lets her step off her, and Hughes at the near post swings an extravagant back heel, makes contact at hip height, and sends it flying into the top far corner. Beautiful. And then she does that Rosie Hughes celebration, standing with her arms outstretched. Are you not entertained? Yeah, that was utterly superb. And a minute and 8 seconds later, we've got another one. This time it's Suckley picking her up in midfield, working it wide to Pritchard. She plays a good ball to Idendon, who sets herself 10 yards out, drills a powerful shot, it beats the keeper, hits the post, drops outside, and Pritchard is alert 15 yards out to cut inside. She sees that the keeper is a bit too tied to her near post. Not her fault this time, it's because she's just been committed to the shot and she's getting back up. She's got half the goal to aim at and she feeds it in there with her left foot. Intelligent finish, not really looking to smash it, just looking to make sure she hits a target because there's no one there. And we have a 6th goal. And a minute and 5 seconds left, we've got a 7th. This time, it's a great ball down the left by Rosie Hughes to put Amber Lightfoot in down the channel. Lovely first touch by her to make the shot an option. She runs onto it fluently, hits it cleanly. This is sadly Beach's unfortunate moment because it essentially goes through her. But let's not be too harsh. I mean, Beach has made a number of great saves and she's shattered as much as the defenders are. And so, yeah, we should forgive her that. But a remarkable spell by Wrexham. 3 goals in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And it's actually the start of 6 goals in 20 minutes and 40 seconds. Absolutely spectacular. The dam bursts for Felinheli and Wrexham take full advantage. Lightfoot's immediate act after scoring a goal is coming off the pitch because Cara Jones comes on for it, left wing back, and Wrexham continue to push on and push on. In fact, within 4 minutes of that 3rd goal of that patch, we've had 2 more near misses. This time it's Pritchard drilling in a shot, saved by the feet of Beach, comes back out to Hughes, who lashes a shot, I beg your pardon, just wide. Then, again, Pritchard doing well in the middle of the pitch, turning nicely, feeding Rosie Hughes. Player gets touched tight. She spins her superbly, feeds in Iddenden in the right channel. She drills it with power. Good tip over by Beach. Poor Iddenden. On another day she'd have got a hat-trick. But Beach was inspired, determined not to let her do it. And from that corner comes the 8th goal. Lily Jones ripping it in. This is a definitively Katie Sharp's goal. A magnificently timed header. I mean, so magnificently timed, I worried for a second if she might have hurt herself. She's running on it, perfect timing, bang, massive contact on her head, boom, inside the near post. Fabulous header, proper Mark Crichton job. I can't remember who it was against, but I remember Crichton scoring a goal where he just hurls himself in the air at it. But yeah, it's a right clonk you could hear when she hits the ball with her head. Cracking header, no chance for Beach. Poor old Iddenden, 10 minutes from the end, gets a breather. Emma Burnham comes on for her second appearance in the first team and looks very composed, as I'll get to in a moment. Wrexham go close when Hughes goes on a fantastic run down the right-hand side, cutting down the goal line, drills it into the goal mouth. The defender manages to block it under the bar. It comes out to Lily Jones, who tries to hit it through the crowds and just slightly mishits it, and it goes wide of the left post. Then a chance from a corner. Lily Jones feeding it to the edge of the box. The ball driven in, hits a defender. Keeper fumbles it. Fuller lunges in and can't get to the loose ball in time. Brave work by Beach to save at her feet. 5 minutes left. And again, Lily Jones is at the start of things, feeding it inside. Liv Fuller with a beautiful back heel back to Lily Jones on the edge of the box. She drives in a shot. Again, Beach saves with her feet. Fuller keeps it alive, heading it back into the box. Sharp lunging for it 6 yards out. Just can't quite reach. The keeper's still scrambling back into position. And she does ever so well then to save bravely at Cara Jones's feet under their own crossbar. So great work by Beach, but, the inevitable's coming. In the 88th minute, we make it 9-0. Lily Jones sweeping the ball in towards the edge of the area. Ava Suckley with the header. Defender gets a block. It falls out to Gibbard, who drills in a shot from about 8 yards, hits the defender on the line, and it just drops right in front of Rosie, who's standing about a foot off an open goal. And it's the most casual goal she'll ever score in her life. She just, she couldn't miss it. Just work a day, just smacked it in the net. It's quite an amusing goal, that. And I'm afraid for poor Felinheli, it gets worse, because 49 seconds after that goal, it's 10. And a hat-trick is scored, not by Hughes, but by Ava Suckley, who was such a threat in the first half and then is more of a midfielder in the second half, teeing up chances. Again, it's Rosie Hughes playing a part, winning the ball in midfield, working it wide. Cara Jones inside to Suckley, who sweeps it in for Fuller. And when she lays it back, Suckley from outside the box strikes it first time. It's a good strike. The bounce slightly deceives Beach. She gets her hands under the ball, and Suckley has completed an excellent hat-trick. And so that was that. A smashing performance by Wrexham. Felinheli certainly put up resistance, but Wrexham were able to overwhelm them. Looking at the performances, well, Del Morgan again. Look, I tell you what, she made a good save from that free kick. Good save as well, coming out to save at the feet. Her use of the ball with her feet was good, I thought, as well. On a pitch like that, it's not easy to pass her out from the back, but she did really well with her distribution. The centre-backs, well, Katie Sharp, dangerous going forwards, wasn't she? Scored either 1 or 2 goals. We'll have to see just who's given what. But it was a dominant performance by her at the back. Phoebe Davis in the first half was very impressive as well. Again, typically using the ball well, enjoying the mud. She put in one sliding tackle that was absolutely magnificent. And a big shout out for Erin Lovett. There's a lot of players who really stood out in this game. Lovett was one of them. She really enjoyed her role of breaking things up. Some players like a bit of mud, like the idea that you can slide in, get some hard tackles in, and Lovett was a warrior. She just would not let players get past her. And in that first half when we had to defend, we didn't have to so much in the second. She was really impressive in her tenacity and desire to win the ball, and played some very good passes as well. Great performance by Lovett. The wing backs, who were wingers really, let's be honest. Pritchard was terrific, especially, well, no, both halves. Had the beating of the left wing back, and then they brought on a young girl against her, and Pritchard continued to dominate. Got a goal, got some good service inside, and was coming in and linking up very nicely, I thought, as well. Lightfoot was a constant threat. Again, the beating of the marker, and was driving inside, getting shots off, getting crosses in. Really lively performance by Lightfoot. In the centre of the pitch, like I've always said, I thought that Gibbard was excellent in the way that she just gave us solidity in midfield and won us that midfield battle to a great extent. Cairns equally, and carrying the ball so well. Suckley, look, she's got a hat-trick. I'm giving her player of the match. But, I mean, she was terrific, not just because of her goals. Again, her energy, her battling. She had a nasty challenge on her from Kelly Jones, which should have been a card. Which card? I wouldn't have said it was unfair to give a red. The ref gave nothing. But she dusted herself down and carried on playing. She was absolutely probably the filthiest player on the pitch, covered in mud. But a great performance. Unlucky with the header as well, which was disallowed. So fine performance by Suckley. And then up front, I mean, Hiddendon. How did she not get a lot of goals in that game? She was so unlucky. Beach was determined to repel her, and when Beach didn't save it, she hits the post. But an excellent performance. I mean, in those conditions, you think, okay, Hiddendon's got great feet, but can she do it in these conditions? Yeah, she could. She was as creative and intelligent as ever. And then Rosie Hughes, well, she was great from the start, but goodness me, that last half hour, she was tormenting that poor defence. It was a magnificent performance by her. Looking at the subs, I mean, Lily Jones, I think, had a transformative effect. Not in terms of the result, us winning, but in terms of just turning things into a bit of a rout. She comes on as they're starting to tire, and she was really creative. Got a couple of assists, could have got a couple of goals. Fullick, of course, came on at half-time, and first at centre-back, then stepped up into midfield when there were later changes, and was her usual composed best and enjoyed the scrap in the middle of the pitch. And Cara Jones was lively down the left-hand side, cutting inside and looking to get shots off. And, again, to bring a player with her energy on at a late stage against a tiring defence was a little bit cruel. And Emma Burnham, now, got a bit of a longer run-out than she did at Cumberland. And I was very impressed. I mean, she didn't have that much to do defensively. Her use of the ball was so composed. She was very calm under pressure, even with the tricky conditions, punching very sort of making certain with those side-footed punching passes, and carrying the ball forwards really well too. It was a nice composed performance. We've yet to see her tested defensively in the first team, but I know it's a stupid thing to say, she shapes up like a good player. She's balanced and composed and calm on the ball, and I thought that was impressive. So, great stuff. We're in the quarter-final draw. Or can we have a home draw for a change? We've been drawn away for every round. I don't mind going up, Felinheli and the lovely place, Llanyston, beautiful. That's fantastic. But, I'd like a home draw. Come on. Just let us have a home game, please. The final score of Felinheli 0, Wrexham 10. I'm Mark Griffiths from Wrexham AFC.